It appears that the FBI, the federal police agency, is having a great deal of difficulty in attracting new recruits. Now, as a result of this, they've resorted to doubling their advertising budget. The number of people applying for jobs as agents has decreased from a high point in 2009, which was 68,500, to 11,500 last year, according to the Wall Street Journal. According to current standards, they require 16,000 applicants to obtain 900 new agents. Now, the FBI admits that they have been unable to reach this target for several years now. As a result, they'll be relaxing a lot of the requirements that are necessary to get in, and in addition, they will also be doubling their advertising budget. That 600,000 was for everything: the website, all events, all national advertising, creative, and materials. Even now, we're only spending about $1.2 million, said Peter Searcy, the chief of recruiting, selection, and staffing section of the Bureau's Human Resources Division, told Quartz. Now, it's very interesting given the generous amount of compensation that FBI agents get. The pay rates for recruits is quite something. During your 21-week training, just during the training, you're paid $49,900 a year. That's for training. That's for job training. That blows my mind. Now, they also earn a locality pay boost at the Academy of about 28 to 25% and availability pay, which means that a DC area agent could receive adjusted pay of about $62,000 a year, rising to almost $97,000 after just being with the Bureau for 5 years. Well, if you're looking to get paid, it definitely pays to be a narc. It seems the public perception of the FBI has substantially decreased since current President Donald Trump took office. He's been under investigation. He's constantly attacked the Bureau for allegedly being biased. Positive impressions of the FBI have dropped among Republicans since 2017, according to polls from Pew and Gallup. Now, part of the recruitment drive right now, the FBI says it's going to launch its first ever Instagram account, which Searcy expects to launch this summer. They're going to do Facebook live sessions or simply use programmatic advertising that's target geofence to certain areas which are having a great deal of difficulty hiring new people for agents. Now, it's very clear that the public perception of the FBI is in decline. The immigrant community doesn't like them. Well, the migrant community doesn't like them either. Basically everybody, like even regular average middle-class Americans, are starting to not like the FBI because of many of the crimes that law enforcement in the United States carry out. If your local cop can get away with murdering people, imagine what the FBI are getting away with. I mean, there's tons and tons of reports of the growing surveillance state in the U.S. This is not just to say the NSA or the CIA, but the FBI is doing it as well. And there's a great deal of public mistrust towards the government in general, not just the police agencies themselves. So as we sit here and we look at alienation increasing as crisis continues to build in the United States, we end up having even greater disconnections between people. This creates unrest, and the more unrest there is, the more draconian measures it takes to stamp it down. In other words, the more it takes to keep the public under control so that capital can continue to flow. So this increasing distrust with the FBI is a natural result. You can't simply blame it all on Trump. That's just wrong. This is something that's been building for some time because the public is starting to see how the FBI is a repressive measure. Of course, it has always been, but it has not always been apparent to the majority of the population. And that's what's changing right now. So as crisis continues to get worse in the U.S. and the social system begins to fall apart, to an even greater degree, we're going to see even more repressive measures out of the FBI. And that, in turn, is going to harm their public perception even greater.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.